Thank you also for asking me to deliver the Sardar Patel Memorial Lecture this year, because it's no easy task to speak in memory of the man who literally created the Indian Union as we know it today. Sardar Patel was a giant in more senses than one. He reunited an India that was riven by the British after partition and independence, when that task seemed almost impossible to his contemporaries. He created and set standards for party organization that everyone claims and strives for, but nobody has really matched ever since. He laid the foundations for the modern Indian civil service under democracy. And unlike his imitators and those who would claim his legacy, he worked tirelessly and successfully for communal harmony in the midst of the horrors of partition. Let me recount just one incident from 1947. At Amritsar on 30th September 1947, when refugees were being killed on both sides of the border, Patel spoke extempore to the public to try and restore calm and prevent revenge killings of Muslim refugees who were trying to go to Pakistan. And in one of the greatest speeches of his life, he said, and I quote, I'll quote extensively actually, "Here in this same city, the blood of Hindus, Sikhs and Muslims mingled in the bloodbath of Jallianwala Bagh. I am grieved to think that things have come to such a pass that no Muslim can go about in Amritsar, and no Hindu or Sikh can even think of living in Lahore. The butchery of innocent and defenseless men, women and children does not behove brave men. I am quite certain that India's interest lies in getting all her men and women across the border and sending out all Muslims from East Punjab. I have come to you with a specific appeal. Pledge the safety of Muslim refugees crossing the city. Any obstacles or hindrances will only worsen the plight of our refugees who are already performing prodigious feats of endurance. If we have to fight, we must fight clean. Such a fight must await an appropriate time and conditions, and you must be watchful in choosing your ground. To fight against refugees is no fight at all. No laws of humanity or war among honorable men permit the murder of people who have sought shelter and protection. Let there be truce for 3 months in which both sides can exchange their refugees. This sort of truce is permitted even by laws of war. Let us take the initiative in breaking this vicious circle of attacks and counterattacks. Hold your hands for a week and see what happens. Make way for the refugees with your own force of volunteers and let them deliver the refugees safely at our frontiers." Following this and his dialogue with the community leaders, no further attacks occurred against Muslim refugees in Amritsar, and a wider peace and order was soon re-established over the entire area. This is vintage Patel, showing courage and bravery in the face of high and hostile emotions, using reason, self-interest, and realpolitik in his argument, and achieving the impossible. Most of all, for me, his integrity shines through. His intellectual honesty, no false promises, and no emotion other than patriotism. One man in a position of authority standing for what he considers right against the tide of popular emotion. No wonder when he died in Mumbai on 15 December 1950, in a gesture never repeated before or after, 1,500 civil servants gathered at his home in Delhi at 1 Aurangzeb Road to pledge to work for the nation as he had done. It was the same integrity and clarity that Patel displayed in his understanding of the world and India's place in it. He was clear that it is primarily our internal strength that we must rely on to navigate the complex international situation.